Hey guys, CJ Holland with Holland Kennels here. Thanks for tuning into our station. Today I wanted to talk to you all about the importance of parasite prevention. Parasite prevention is extremely important, you guys, because not only does it keep your pets healthy, it can also keep the members of your household healthy. So let me elaborate a little bit. Okay, the average person will buy a puppy that has already had maybe its first or second round of shots, maybe worm prevention, and then will continue to take their puppy to the vet up until they are 16 weeks of age. Usually after that, people don't take into consideration the importance of continuous deworming. You should actually, in fact, deworm your dogs at least twice a year. Just like you want to do heartworm prevention, heartworm testing, flea, tick prevention. There are many, many ways for your dog to contract worms, and there are many different types of species of worms that your dog can contract. Some of them are contracted by other insects like flies, mosquitoes, ticks even, or even just like a beetle. Your dog, think about it, your dog goes outside. They don't wear shoes, so they're running around on dirt, on concrete, on grass, rolling around, running through woods, what have you. Whatever your dog is doing, their activity is outside. So they are stepping on feces of other creatures, other insects, birds, whatever. You're not going to see it because it's embedded in the dirt. There's worms, like earthworms, that live in the ground. They could be infected with other parasites, and when they poop, that goes into the dirt. Your dog is stepping on it. Then your dog comes in the house and is tracking that dirt. If you don't clean their paws off, and the average person does not clean their dog's paws off every time they let them back in the house. Usually it's only if it's rainy or if it's like a winter season. But during the summer, your dog comes inside and their paws are dirty. Then they lick their paws. So now they have those eggs or larvae. Most usually it's eggs of a parasite, and it's on their tongue. It's embedded inside their jaws, in their saliva. And eggs can be passed on the carpet. A lot of worm species eggs or other parasites eggs can survive in carpet, and they'll hatch. And before they even hatch, your children are running around the house. They fall on their hands, and then they do this, or they carry it on their feet, and they lick stuff, they eat stuff, put stuff in their mouth, and now your children have parasites growing in them, or you have parasites growing in yourself. A very common way for humans to contract worms is kissing. If you give your baby a kiss and it's a peck on the lips, or if you give your husband or wife a kiss and let's say your dog licked them, they licked their face, or they licked your baby's face, and your dog has actual parasite eggs in their mouth, and they most probably do because they're eating bark, they chew on sticks, they're eating rocks, they're digging, whatever, they're licking all kind of stuff, chewing on all kind of stuff. They most likely have parasite eggs in their saliva, and now they licked your face or your child's face, and then you go and you kiss your child's cheek, and your child has parasite eggs on their cheek because it's in the saliva. You're not going to see it because it's microscopic. Now you have parasites. And the most common parasite for people to contract are tapeworms, hookworms, whipworms, pinworms. And there's other types of worms, you guys. I don't know the exact name of them, but they look like toilet paper. Like, people describe them as like toilet paper. They look like wet toilet paper. There's many times types of worm or parasitic type creatures and organisms, you guys, and people don't even realize how many are out there. But the most common way of contracting them is through kisses, and it's so gross. So like, you want to make sure that you are keeping your dogs clean. Wipe their paws off as soon as they come inside, or right before they step in your door. Wipe their feet off. Keeping your carpets, if you have a carpeted house, you want to make sure it's vacuumed. You want to make sure you steam your carpet on a regular basis. We have a carpet cleaner that steam cleans our carpet, and it blows hot soapy steam, and then it sucks everything up, and I use that once a week on all of our carpets because we do have multiple dogs in our household, and I do not want to risk my dogs or my children contracting parasites, you guys. So steaming your carpets once a week. If you have hardwood floors, even better for them to survive. Mites, ticks, all kinds of tiny creatures that you can contract just by stepping, or they jump on you, whatever. You want to make sure you're constantly sweeping, mopping, polishing your floors, keeping dirt, dust, any kind of dander, any type of debris just off of your floors, off of your furniture. You want to deep clean your furniture once a week. Put the cushions in a garbage bag and stick the vacuum hose in there and suck it all out. It's going to make your couch cushion shrink and just shrivel up to the smallest. It's going to look like a little pillow. But you want to make sure you're doing that once a week, because parasites live in these things, you guys, and you will contract them. Your children will contract them. I was also reading, it's a very good idea for humans to deworm themselves at least twice a year. Not even just deworm, but do a parasitic cleanse. Go talk to your doctor. They'll give you a prescription and cleanse yourself. They also have over-the-counter prescriptions, but right now they're just in studies. So there's a lot of reviews about them saying that they do work, but they haven't been, I guess, verified by the FDA or CDC, what have you. So governmentally, they're not legit, but I've heard a lot of good things about them from other people who've done it, and they say it works. We'll just leave it at that. So you want to make sure that you are constantly deworming your dogs, deworming yourself, and doing parasitic cleanses. You can also go the naturopathic way and giving them things like wormwood. Humans can take wormwood. Dogs can take wormwood. It's very effective in paralyzing and killing even the eggs. Whatever you take as far as dewormers for your dogs or yourself, like the most common one is pyrantel pamoate. That is only effective against roundworms and I believe hookworms, maybe tapeworms. But tapeworms, I heard, are way harder to kill because they segment themselves. They like detach pieces of themselves, and then their eggs can actually move and crawl. Then they form into larvas, and they can attach themselves anywhere in your body. So if it's intestinal, like for example whipworms, we had an issue with whipworms, and the doctor prescribed our dog pyrantel pamoate, which is not effective against whipworms. It doesn't even kill their eggs. So we had to go ahead and give our dog a different type of dewormer that we purchased ourselves from a Tractor Supply company. And it was effective. Like, we saw them just start flushing out. And it's crazy because we went through 2 different types of dewormers from our veterinarian that were ineffective. And our dog was still vomiting whipworms. It was in her feces. And it was just gross. And we believe she contracted them through eating tree bark, because she was eating the bark off of one of our trees and she contracted them. And it was just gross, you guys. So it's things like that you don't even realize, like mosquito bites. Your dogs get bitten by a mosquito or a wood tick, and now they have worms, because you have worms, parasitic worms, that aren't even like the common type of, I don't know why I did this, but they're not like known to affect canines. But you have parasitic worms that live in different types of flies, mosquitoes, praying mantises, grasshoppers, things like that, and they take over their bodies. And then your dog is near that bug, and now the bug jumped on your dog or flew on your dog, and now the parasite crawled off of that bug and is now sticking to your dog and lays eggs on your dog, and now your dog is infested. Or let's say your dog has mites or a tick. Like, deer ticks are really, really small. They carry Lyme disease. If your dog has ticks and comes in the house and it's like a baby tick, you're not going to see it. And now you get bit by a tick. Now you have Lyme disease. Like, things like this, you guys, you want to make sure you're constantly doing parasite prevention year-round for your dogs. Not just in the summer, but the winter too. Because think about it. If it's cold, it's iced over, there's snow, you think all bugs are dead, right? No. because you still have animals like squirrels, birds, rodents that are roaming around, rummaging around your house. They're in your trash. They're, you know, underground, and there are still bugs living underground, you guys. And now these rodents are pooping around your house. Your dog might eat some snow that has rodent poop or pee in it, and it has eggs, or it has parasites in it already. Or what if your dog attacks one of those animals or kills one of those animals, and now they have parasites? Like, things like this, it's these type of things that people don't really consider when it comes to their dogs. They think, oh, I just need to feed my dog, let him out to go to the bathroom, play with him a little bit, and they're good. No, you have to consistently care for your dog as if it's your body. You need to consistently care for your body year round. Don't just assume that because it's cold or it's super hot or you go to the doctor once a year that everything is okay, or you feel fine and everything is okay. Just because you feel fine doesn't mean you don't have parasites. You know, and don't wait until it's too late to take care of the problem. And 9 times out of 10, even though you eat healthy, you feel normal, you probably have parasites in you right now. If you have never dewormed yourself or done a parasite detox, you most likely have parasites living in your gut right now, and you don't even know it. Same with your dogs. Your dogs need to be dewormed, and they need to be cleansed for parasites twice a year. You need to test them for heartworm at least twice a year. Is best. Once a year is fine, but twice a year is better. Give them their consistent heartworm medications. It's expensive, you guys. It can be pricey for some people, but it is worth it because heartworms are hard to get rid of. And those are the #1 cause of death for dogs, aside from cancer and other genetic ailments. But heartworms, because they come from mosquitoes. And everywhere in the U.S., everywhere in the world, there's mosquitoes. You're going to get heartworms. So you want to make sure that you are doing this, you guys, to not only keep your pet safe, but your family safe. Okay? So this is the importance of deworming. This is the importance of parasite prevention. Okay, use multiple forms of parasite prevention. Bathing, grooming your dogs once a week, or not bathing them once a week, grooming their nails once a week. You want to keep their nails trimmed. You want to keep them clean. Use a scrub brush under their nails. Get all the dirt and grime out from under their nails. Buff their foot pads. Put a protectant on there. You know, moisturize it. We usually moisturize our dogs' paw pads with lavender oil. Then we use a sealant like petroleum and just put it over their paw pads to kind of seal and lock in the moisture. And it also keeps other things environmentally out. You know, it keeps them from getting inside their foot pads. But grooming them, so like our bullies, we have American bullies, so we only bathe them once a month, because if we overbathe them, they're going to get really dry skin, or it creates an imbalance in their pH. But things like this, you guys, brush them daily. It'll keep dandruff down. There's some parasites that are attracted to dandruff, like mites. They're attracted to sebum and dandruff in your dogs. And once the pH is off, that creates the perfect environment for fungus, for bacteria, and for parasites. So you want to make sure you are keeping up with your dog's hygiene. Okay? So yeah, I hope you found this video useful, and I hope you took my advice into consideration in the importance of continuous parasite prevention for your dogs and for your household, because healthy dogs creates a healthy living space, and it's good for everybody. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and stay tuned for more. I hope you all have a nice day. Thank you.